There's a burning question that goalies are always struggling with. Why do I play great one game and struggle to stop the puck in the next game? Why can't I play great every game? You know what I'm talking about, right? One game you stand on your head making saves you shouldn't make. Everything goes right for you. Your confidence is through the roof. You feel invincible. You know that nothing can get by you. You play the best game of your life. Then a week later, you go out there expecting to feel the same, but then it happens. You don't feel the same. Maybe you find yourself fighting the puck, or maybe your angles feel just a little bit off. Maybe you start thinking too much and trying too hard. Let me ask you, are you playing great every single game? Or are you like most goalies and you struggle with consistency? I'm sure you work very hard on perfecting your physical game. You've probably gotten really good at your stance, your butterfly, your movement around the crease, your angles. You're probably very good at butterfly slides, pushes, VH or reverse VH, poke checks, playing the puck. I'm sure you're getting really good with your glove and blocker. I bet you're getting really strong with rebound control and recovery. You're probably at a point where you do great in practice. You know your weaknesses and you work on those things all the time. So if it's not your physical game that is the problem, then what is it? That's why you're here, right? Let me first just tell you, you're not alone. I'm going to tell you how you can change all this in a minute, so make sure you watch this quick video all the way to the end. These days, pretty much all goalies have access to great coaching. Most goalies have excelled at their physical game, but just like you, most goalies are struggling with consistency. They play great one game and struggle in the next. You're probably asking yourself, what is the secret to consistency? If you could solve that, wouldn't your game change forever? I want you to think about what it would be like if you could step out on the ice for a game and know you're going to stand on your head, to know with certainty that you're going to be a wall, unbeatable. That'd be pretty cool, right? My name is John Haley, and I want to thank you for watching this video. You know, when I was a young goalie, I was just like you. I wanted the same things as you do. To learn how to play consistently great. To play every game to my full potential. To have unshakable confidence all the time. I would ask myself, what is it about the goalies in the NHL that make them so great? There are hundreds of goalies that play the same style, and many can do it just as well as them, but they never make it. You see, goalies that play at the highest levels are the goalies that have figured this out. They have learned the secret to playing consistently great. And when you play consistently great, you rise above the pack. You stand out from all the other goalies out there. You get noticed by the coaches and scouts. What these goalies have figured out is how to play in the zone every game. I'm sure you've heard people talk about playing in the zone. But what is the zone? Have you ever had one of those games where for some unknown reason you feel invincible? You feel unbeatable. Everything is happening automatically. Your mind and body are working in perfect harmony. Your game seems to have slowed way down for you. You're anticipating perfectly and you're always in position. You are making the most amazing saves and you have no idea how. Your mind is completely clear and it's like you're in this perfect flow state. You know what I'm talking about, right? When that is happening, you are in the zone. After a game like that, you sit there and you feel amazing. Your teammates are praising you. Your coach is smiling at you, giving you the thumbs up. It makes you feel pretty great, doesn't it? A few days go by and you start thinking about your next game, wanting it to happen again, expecting it to happen again. But then you know what happens, right? You go out there ready to play the same way, but you just can't find it. You may play good, but nothing compared to that game. You want to capture that flow state again, where everything is just working perfectly, but no matter how hard you try, you just can't get there. What's the secret? What if you found a way to get yourself into the zone every game? That would be pretty amazing, right? Keep watching this video and I'm going to tell you how you can do just that. Once you figure out how to play in the zone at will, you'll never again experience that awful feeling in your gut after a bad game. You'll never again feel like your teammates are looking at you with resentment or blame. You'll never again wonder why your coach won't even look at you. You'll never again lie in your bed after a game wondering what went wrong. Let me just first tell you that it's not your fault. Most goalie coaches aren't teaching this mental stuff. Up to this point, nobody has given you the secrets to consistency. But wouldn't it be awesome to feel great after every game? If you can figure out how to do that, you'll be on your way to realizing your dreams. I want to help you get there, so keep watching. Our dreams may not all be the same, but we all have them. Many goalies dream of playing in the NHL, and for some that dream becomes a reality. Some dream about playing in college. Others dream about being the starting goalie for their high school or junior team. What's your dream? Whatever your dream is, don't ever give up on that. Keep working hard and moving toward that dream. When I was young, like many goalies, my dream was to play in the NHL. But the problem was, I was from a tiny little town so small that we didn't even have enough players for a JV team. I had no money, terrible equipment, and no goalie coach in my area. The tiny little rink we played in, way out in the boonies, had fencing above the boards instead of glass. And we were lucky if we were able to get on the ice twice in a week. I quickly realized that the only way I was going to get noticed, coming from such a small town, was to stand out from the pack. Just like you, I worked hard every day to master the position, but I struggled with consistency. I'd get fired up and stand on my head one game, and then get completely shelled the next game. Oh, those bad games are the worst, aren't they? I remember hiding in the way back of the team bus, hanging my head, wondering what went wrong. I had to figure out a way to force the scouts to take notice, but with games like that, I could forget about it. Somehow I had to figure out how to play consistently great. I couldn't work any harder on my game, both on and off the ice. Every afternoon I'd have neighborhood kids blasting tennis balls at me from 10 feet out. At night, I'd put on my pads in my living room and practice every move. The struggles with consistency continued. What else could I do? Then, just like a slap shot, right square off the melon, it hit me. I knew the answer. If I could play great in one game, then I had the ability to play great every game. The problem was never my physical game. It was my mind, my mental game that was the problem. Does that make sense? I had to find a way to get myself into the same mental state I was in when I had that in-the-zone experience. I started reading every mental training and sports psychology book I could get my hands on. There was no internet back then, no Google, no Amazon.com, so I spent hours in my town library researching and reading. Over several weeks, I worked out a mental training system that solved all my problems I was having with consistency. It was a pretty simple bare-bones system, but it worked. It all had to do with reprogramming my subconscious mind to have the right thoughts and beliefs about my goaltending. I learned how to use affirmations. I wrote them down and read them every day. I then learned some incredible relaxation and breathing techniques that put me in the optimal mental state. I learned about self-hypnosis techniques that allowed me to get the right information into my subconscious. Writing and reading all this stuff every day was hard work. There had to be an easier way. Then it hit me. What if I could record everything and then just push play every day? I could just lay back and let the recordings do all the hard work for me. So I went out and bought a tape recorder. Some of you might not even know what a tape recorder is. I recorded my entire system, and all I did was push play every day and listen to it once in the morning and again at night before bed. Well, all this started to really pay off for me. I started playing in the zone on a consistent basis. I was stopping more pucks and winning more games. And then the impossible happened. I got drafted by the Edmonton Oilers, me from my tiny little town playing high school hockey in that old foggy barn out in the boonies. I got noticed by not only an NHL team from Canada, but the reigning Stanley Cup champions from the opposite side of North America. I was moving toward my dream. If I could do it, then anyone could do it. But I'll save the rest of my story for another time. I'm here to talk about you. Like I said before, your struggles with consistency are not your fault. There are so many factors that can get in your way. Some of you may have difficult coaches that are always criticizing you. This causes you to doubt yourself. Some of you may have parents that with very good intentions put too much pressure on you. Or maybe you're putting too much pressure on yourself. I know that was a big problem I had. Some people are just born with minds that work great, that always work in their favor. Their minds are clear and they just think positively. They are just naturally confident. But most of us aren't so lucky. It seems so unfair though, doesn't it? For the rest of us, too often we get in our own way. We have limiting beliefs that keep us from performing our best. We have negative thoughts that hold us back. You know those what-if thoughts? What if I don't play well? What if I get pulled? Now I want you to forget about all that. Let's talk about helping you play the way you were meant to play. I told you before I would give you my number one secret for standing out, for getting in the zone, and rising above the pack. My secret is simple: getting your mind and body into an optimal state before you ever step out on the ice. The optimal state for playing in the zone. That is the number one secret. You're probably saying, yeah, but how? There are tools and techniques that I have discovered that can help you do this. It's a combination of muscle relaxation, breathing exercises, specific affirmations over super learning background music, and some powerful mental training concepts that all work together to get you there. For most goalies that start using these tools, it can take up to 30 days to start seeing noticeable changes. For some goalies, they see results almost immediately. Everyone is different. Even if it takes 30 days of using these techniques to start playing consistently great, wouldn't it be worth it? Can you imagine how different your life would be if you suddenly started playing great every single game? That would get you pretty fired up, wouldn't it? Can you picture the faces on your teammates and coaches after you start beating the best teams? Wouldn't that be awesome? Now you can go out and create your own system with the secrets I have shared with you. I encourage you to do that if that is how you want to go about it. You can go out and do a lot of research like I did. You can try all sorts of tools and techniques until you find the ones that work. You can learn about muscle relaxation and breathing techniques. You can learn about self-hypnosis and come up with your own script. You can take a pen to paper and write out a bunch of affirmations. You can put it all together and record it onto an audio. You'll eventually hit on the right formula and start seeing results. How about I save you all that time and hard work? You can click the button below and get my program that's already done for you. I put in years of research. I went through months and months of trial and error to figure out the best methods. But it was so worth it because now everyone that uses this, it's so much easier for them. They don't have to go through the pain that I had to go through. Everyone who uses it, they get results so much faster. They can get started today with what took me years to figure out. I did all the hard work for you, and all you have to do is push play every day. Click on the button below and get started right now. Just push play on your MP3 player, your iPhone, your smartphone, or your computer. Listen to the program at least twice a day when you won't be distracted, and you'll be on your way to playing your best hockey. If you are ready to get started right now, click the button below. Here's my special offer for you. I am planning on charging $97 for this powerful program, and I know it's worth even more than that. But I want to make sure everyone can get this. So for a limited time, I'm going to offer it to you for only $47. Let me ask you a question. If all this did was give you a lot more confidence, would it be worth it? If all this did was to help you to win more games, would it be worth it? So click on the button below and get started right now. And like all my products, this is covered by our ironclad 30-day money-back guarantee. If you don't like it for any reason, just return it for a full refund. No questions asked. Listen guys, this special price is not going to be here forever, so get it now before the price goes up to $97. Start using the program and there will be no more not knowing if you're going to play great or play poorly. No more struggling with confidence. No more anxiety or nervousness. You can start getting into the zone every game. Guys, remember, the price will be going back up to $97 very soon. And here's what you're going to get. The Goalies Mind Zone Mastery audio program. It includes muscle relaxation, special breathing techniques, and the Super Learning Affirmation program. You get my bonus ebook, Master the Mental Game, that teaches you all about the best mental training tools and techniques. And you'll also get the self-hypnosis program to build rock-solid confidence. I'm even going to throw in a special bonus. I'm going to give you my original programs, the Goalies Mind Volume 1 and Volume 2, as my gift to you. Can you see how this can change your game forever? Wouldn't that be awesome? No more disappointing games, no more struggling with confidence, no more searching for answers. Are you excited to get started? Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Are you ready to win more games? Are you ready to rise above the pack? Don't miss out on this special discounted price. Click the button below and let's get going.